Salon interview do's and don'ts. If you're a beauty pro that just got the opportunity to interview at the salon home of your dreams, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Keep listening. My name is Mandara Kisa and I help new hairstylists bridge the gap between getting licensed to creating the hairstylist life that they enjoy. So the first thing that is on my list is be on time. Being on time is super important because basically this establishes trust between you and the potential salon manager. If you're on time, you're communicating with the salon that you really want this. You really want the job, you're excited, you have taken the time out of your day, you're respectful of your own time first and foremost, and you're also respectful of the salon owner's time, okay? I don't know if any of you are salon owners or if any of you are interested in becoming salon owners in the future, but if the roles were reversed, I'm sure you would 100% appreciate if the person was on time as well. So also it allows you to feel confident and secure. I can't tell you how many times I have been running late to something or just about to make it, like maybe with 1 minute to spare, and then it's like I'm throwing my jacket on, I'm running across the parking lot, and then everything is just so stressful. And it's just so much better to be on time, because if you're on time, and by on time I mean be 15 minutes early. So if you're at least 15 minutes early, basically you're 15 minutes early, you arrive there, you're sitting in the car, you have time to touch your makeup up, you have time to turn the AC on, because you might be stressed out because this is a big deal for you. You have time to cool your body temperature down. Sip your Starbucks if you stopped at Starbucks if you had time. You have time to sip your water and pull up your Instagram and look up the best photos that you have of the work that you've done. So you kind of have time to go over and go through in your head and kind of strategize, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. Okay, this is how I'm gonna respond. You just have time to ease your nerves. And also you have time to pray, because listen, none of us are above prayer, okay? For me, the most important thing is to be on time. The next tip I have for you is to dress to impress. First, before you figure out what style you're gonna wear, I highly suggest that you follow the salon social media pages to see what are the other stylists wearing. So if the other stylists in the salon have classic salon professional all black on, they're wearing black blouses, nothing low cut or revealing, you definitely want to stay away from shorts. Shorts is a really big no-no. I know some people would argue that what if they're fashionable high-waisted shorts with sort of the pleated finish with a little bit of length on it. Me personally, I don't think that shorts are professional at all whatsoever. I would definitely stay away from shorts. I would gravitate towards something nice. Maybe if it's a summer interview, maybe a long summer dress, a flowy finish. Definitely no cleavage. I do not suggest any cleavage. Definitely want to keep the neckline high, and you can never go wrong with a button-down shirt. A nice button-down blouse. I would try to keep the attire as dark as possible, just because the industry salon standard is black or dark gray. So, but again, just do your research for your salon, because the salon that I work at, we are allowed to wear black, gray, and white, but it's mostly black. So when I show up to work, I always have on a black blouse, a black blazer, or a black flowy cardigan, something that you could wear in an office as well. And I always wear some slacks, and we're also allowed to wear jeans. So I always opt to wear a navy, a dark blue wash of jeans. Or sometimes I wear light blue, but that's off topic. So yeah, definitely make sure you do your research at the salon to make sure, okay, what are the other girls wearing? If the other girls are wearing floral tops and blazers, maybe you could go through your closet to see if you have a blouse. Doesn't have to be exactly what they wear, but you can kind of gauge through your research what type of vibe that salon is wearing. So you definitely want to dress the part. Another do is be friendly. A smile goes a long way. So like this is what I do when I have my salon interviews. Like soon as I walked in the place, I greeted everybody, not just the interviewer. Like I greeted everybody. I walked in, hi everyone, my name is Mandara. Like just be friendly, you know, like it's not weird. I know that like today with social media and today we're living in the age of technology. So like you don't really get a lot of like walking in a room and just saying hi to everybody, but honestly, why not let yourself stand out? Like you will, even if you don't get the job, you will always be remembered as the person that has the bubbly energy, the friendly vibe, the one that pretty much just walked in and lit up the whole room. And it's a great first impression. So get in there, say hi to everyone, introduce yourself. Don't be shy. The worst that can happen is what? You don't get the job, but at least you've had that experience. So you're still gonna win either way. Under friendliness here, I have make eye contact. So eye contact is actually something that I have definitely struggled in my life, but with practice, it gets easier. So you definitely wanna make eye contact with the interviewer. You can do things like using your body language to communicate that you understand what she's saying to you. So like if she's telling you what like a typical day would look like working in that salon home, you can like nod your head, follow along, blink your eyes. I do that a lot because I wear fake eyelashes, so I constantly am communicating that I understand people with like blinking my eyes. Everyone has like a different thing of what they do, but kind of just figure out what your thing is and just go with that. So under be friendly, I also have make a personal connection. So this is super, super huge. If you make a personal connection, 9 times out of 10, you will get the job, okay? So at the end of the day, an interview is basically just scoping out that you're a real person. That's it. Honestly, like, even if you don't have a lot of experience, make that personal connection. What does that mean? That means find a common ground with that person. If you see that the stylist, okay, I always go back to color because I love hair color. So when I interviewed with my salon, I noticed that she had tape-ins, and I also noticed that she had hair color and I have hair color. So I commented on it. I said, I think she said something about, do you have any questions or something like that? And I was like, yes, I do have a question. Do you guys do a lot of hair color here? And also, I really like your hair color. Like, is that your natural hair color? Is that, you know, did you color it? If so, what formula did you use? I really like that formula. And then that opened up a conversation about how I love color and how I would love to advance my education and like learn more about like color and styling and different techniques. We started talking about balayage. We started talking about color placement and root smudges and ombres, and it just, the conversation just went off on like a color tangent. So, which is great because that was making a personal connection. So what you really want to do is find a common ground. It doesn't matter how much experience you have, girl. It doesn't matter. You could be straight out of Cosmo school, but find a personal connection, and I'm telling you, that is your quickest way to get in the door. So definitely try your best to connect with the person. Maybe pick out something that they're wearing that you really like, that you guys can kind of go off on a tangent and talk about, and just be friendly. So the next do that I have here is ask questions during your interview. So the interviewer, most likely she's gonna have anywhere between like 5 to 10 questions. Any salon interview that I've always been on has been fairly short. Like the interviews are definitely always like under an hour. So, and also expect to have a sit down interview and also a technical interview portion, which basically your technical interview portion is gonna be you getting up on a mannequin, or maybe the salon owner will have you wash and blow dry their hair for the interview portion. for the technical portion of the interview as well. So don't get caught off guard. So yeah, the next thing is ask questions during your interview. You definitely want to ask questions. I had so many questions during my interviews, so many questions. So, and feel free to ask them a question if they ask you a question. Like for instance, if they say like, what do you specialize in? And you respond, I specialize in color, specifically balayage and lived in color or whatever. Then you could ask them, does your salon offer continuing education in balayage classes? Does your salon offer any continuing education with tape-ins? Does your salon offer tape-in certifications? Does your salon work with, or what color line does your salon use? So it can kind of turn into a back and forth conversation and less of like, you're sitting there and it's like all about you and they're interviewing you. I like to think of interviews as more of like a get to know you session with both of you. Because remember, it's not just the salon interviewing you. You are interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you. So, and at the end of the day, again, like we talked about earlier, you are going to always be remembered as the bubbly, fun, full of energy person that even if you don't get that job, listen, you never know. You never know in the future what doors that interview can open for you. Asking questions makes you seem engaged and it also makes you seem very interested. There are 3 big don'ts that I believe you definitely want to stay away from. So the first big don't is do not under any circumstance be tardy. If you are late, if unfortunately you are running late, definitely call the salon beforehand. Say, hey, unfortunately I'm stuck in traffic. There's nothing I can do. I'm coming from the city, blah, 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 blah. Plead your case, sis. Plead your case. We've all been there. We've all been there, but don't be late. Just don't be late. It comes across as very unprofessional, unprepared. It comes across as non-caring, and it also comes across as very rude, and it just kind of makes it seem like you don't value your time as well as the interviewer's time. So just don't be late, but if you are running late, make sure you call them far ahead of time, half an hour early ahead of time or an hour ahead of time. Hey, I'm in traffic, whatever the case may be. The next thing I have here under don't, so this is don't number 2. Don't use inappropriate language. This is so important. So on the flip side of this, so you would actually be really surprised to believe that I have interviewed at previous salons that have used inappropriate language during the interview. And honestly, I know in a salon, it's sort of like a relaxed environment. It's not like you're interviewing for corporate, like you're not a business executive, or like you're not like in the medical field where it's like super professional. Like, not to say the salons are unprofessional, because they're not unprofessional, but the inappropriate language just makes it sound so like trashy and so cheap. So like if you're interviewing for a salon and you see that like the way that the interviewer is talking to you, you don't like the vibe, or it's coming across as rude, or it's coming across as like making you uncomfortable with the type of language that they're speaking to you, definitely that's a huge red flag. And definitely on the flip side of that flip side, you want to make sure that you are not using any type of foul language, that you want to refrain from slang, honestly. Like, some people would argue with me and say like, oh, well, I just want to be myself. Yes, be yourself, but you don't have to use foul language. There's a time and a place, and you also don't have to use certain verbiage. There's certain verbiage that's okay with certain places, if you understand what I'm saying. The last don't I have here is dress inappropriately. So we covered this a little bit earlier. So no super short shorts. Basically the rule of thumb with shorts is if your shorts look like you could pass going to the club, or you could pass these shorts with going to hang out and lounge on the beach, don't wear shorts, sis. Just don't do it. Just don't wear shorts. Just don't do it. You definitely want to stay away from mini skirts. Wearing a skirt is okay, but nothing too short. I am tall and basically I'm all legs. So I don't wear skirts at all to interviews. I just wear pants because I'm like, listen, I'm tall, I have long inseams, so there's no point in even me trying to wear a skirt. I'm just gonna wear pants. This way I don't have to think about it. So make life easy for yourself, especially if you're a tall girly like me. Just wear slacks, or a really long flowy summer dress if it's summer. Another don't with the inappropriate dress is flip-flops. You don't want to wear flip-flops. Flip-flops to an interview just kind of looks like you're lounging around on summer vacation. You know, like it doesn't really look like you put effort into your footwear. And that's like not the message that you want to communicate. So you definitely want to stay away from flip-flops. Definitely stay away from the super low cut tops. Again, like we were talking about earlier, no cleavage, nothing like that. You just don't do it. If you're going to wear a dress, you want to stay away from like the cutouts. You know, those dresses with like the side cut out, the back out, the lower shoulders cut out. Like you just want to like stay away from that. The next two is anything see-through. So like if you have like, some people argue that a see-through black top or a see-through black blouse is okay, which you can wear a see-through top if you have a cami under it. I feel like that's the only time where that's okay. But if you don't wear a see-through blouse with a bra under it. Like that just kind of communicates, again, like a clubby, summery vibe. And you don't want the interviewer to like be distracted staring at like your bra the whole time. Like that's not the point of the interview. So just don't do it. The last thing here, which is honestly one that I thought really long and hard about it, is you definitely, if you're going to wear leggings or black tights to the interview, I think that leggings to an interview are completely okay. I think they can be super cute, especially if you dress it up with like a long blouse, especially if you dress it up with like a blazer and a blouse. I think that is a super cute uniform, like a super cute outfit that you can wear to the interview. However, if your leggings are see-through, just be very careful to make sure that you're wearing like a long cardigan to cover your bum. Because I've actually made this mistake in school before where I had on leggings that I thought were not see-through and they actually were see-through, and I got pulled to the side by one of my leaders and she told me, hey, your tights are see-through, like you need to like, you know, cover up. And I was like, oh, thank you for telling me, I actually didn't know. So just make sure if you're wearing leggings to the interview, that's totally fine, but just cover up. Like just do this, you know, like just do the little see-through test. Just, you know, pull the fabric, make sure it's not see-through, because it's embarrassing. You don't want to show up to an interview and then everybody can see like what's going on. Like that's your business, that's your news, girl. So I hope you found these salon interview do's and don'ts helpful. Drop a comment below if you did. And also, I want to hear from you. I want to hear if you have any additional salon interview do's and don'ts that you would like to share. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.